Stop. Pick up your mic.
I'm ready to go.
All right. What's up, everyone? We are after the game. My name is Anthony Mikos. To my left is Hunter Cobb, and behind the camera, currently on his phone, is Aiden Davis.
My mom.
Texting his mother.
All right, let's get this thing going. What do you have on the schedule for us today, Anthony?
As you all could see on our first segment, we had to take down the banner. College basketball has been terrible. Okay, this is ridiculous.
Sorry. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, let's go.
College basketball has just gone to shit. Everything.
It's gone to shit.
It's gone to shit. We took down U of L's banner because you all know that we got that vacated from us earlier this week. We will be talking about that later. However, I first want
to Louisville though. We're gonna the whole
First, I want to start off with All-Star Weekend. It was last week, and we didn't do a podcast last week, so it's been a little while. So I don't want to. I just want to get that out of the way.
We got to talk about it.
Oh yeah, All-Star Weekend.
Yeah. So where do you want to start with All-Star Weekend?
I just want to start with the 3-point contest. I know you weren't here for the 3-point contest. Hunter was working, but Aiden and I were watching it down here. And Aiden thoughts Paul George.
He sucks. He really sucks. That was embarrassing.
Ignorant in 2K though.
That was embarrassing.
Ignorant in 2K.
Paul George can hit 5 threes in a row on excellent release in 2K, but he hit 9 threes. And how much time do they have?
It was 7.
He hit 9.
Okay.
I mean, he might have hit 7. One of them might have been in
Moneyball. That could have been it. He had 9 threes. Paul George was absolutely terrible, and he's actually he's not that bad. He's a solid 3-point shooter. I mean, if he's got an open look,
I like Paul George. I think he's really.
I think he's underrated as hell.
Yeah.
His body. I mean, he's just got the build. He looks like a baller.
Yeah.
And
Paul George is good.
And he produces, but I don't know. I don't know what the problem with him is.
Oh well, I mean, it was just a 3-point contest in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
All-Star Weekend.
And then Devin Booker. Absolutely. There was 2 extremes to this whole contest. There was the absolutely terrible, and then there was the absolutely amazing. And Devin Booker had 28. That sets the record for a 3-point contest ever. He went 25 for 30 in 60 seconds. Are you kidding me?
That's pretty damn
He had 25 out of 33s in 60 seconds. I mean, that's outrageous. The 3-point contest was exciting.
How does that only add up to the 28?
I don't know.
The money, because there's money balls, right? That doesn't make sense.
He had 25 out
It
of
was
30.
20 of 30.
Yeah, I think it was
20 of 30.
That sounds more right.
Yeah, he was 20 of 30.
How?
What do you mean how?
Because the money balls are worth 2.
There's a whole money rack.
Yeah.
He's 20
the last
30,
one is
scored
all
28 points.
And I think he made like 3 of those.
Get your facts right before you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, 20 for
Mr.
30, fine.
Statistics over here.
Fine,
Doesn't even
sorry.
fucking know.
Sorry. Anyway,
Good work, Aiden. You're doing great over
Thanks.
there, buddy.
Fact check.
did you actually look it up?
No, he didn't.
I
look
knew
it.
that.
Anyway, and then after the 3-point contest is the long-awaited dunk contest. Donovan Mitchell was in place of Aaron Gordon, who would have participated in his 3rd consecutive dunk contest. However, thank goodness the hip injury gods came down and hurt him, so that so then he wouldn't have to participate, so we can get some sort of diversity in the dunk contest. However, Donovan and Larry Nance went to the finals. Dennis Smith had probably the best dunk in the entire.
Definitely. He definitely had the best dunk. His little
between
like
the legs
360
was awesome.
Between the legs, that was ignorant. And it was a 360 between the legs, like kind of reverse.
It was sick.
Yeah, it was dope.
Hunter, can you read what I have next to Oladipo?
Oh, he didn't make a single one.
Yeah, he was terrible.
His dunks would
And
have been ignorant.
Hunter
No,
was
he did
so
make one.
No, he didn't.
Not on his first try.
like
Didn't he make
4.
the one with the
Black
rack?
Panther? Yeah, he
Yes.
went. He
Yes.
cocked it
That
and
was,
then
that
hit
was
it. Yeah.
probably the worst one. His first one would have been ignorant if he made it.
Yeah.
The Black Panther one was.
Out of
Because he has a mask on doesn't make it.
so
Made harder.
Donovan's dunks. We saw the very first one. He had 2 backboards.
First one was dirty.
Threw it off the backboard. Second one
Over the people. Kevin
was
Hart.
over Kevin Hart and his sister.
and
that was
Kevin
dirty.
Hart's
And then he had
son.
the off the backboard windmill, which he caught like at his hip.
Yeah.
And then I think the Vince Carter one was awful.
No, I didn't think the Vince Carter one was good at all. And here's the thing. I think they should have gone to overtime. I think honestly.
Yeah, they should have given him exactly what he had just to see what else they could do.
Yeah.
Larry Nance had the cradle. I mean, the tribute to his dad one.
That one was. Dirty.
And then
he killed that.
He had the tap off the glass.
That one was sweet.
Go ahead.
That one was
double
pretty sweet.
tap?
Here's the thing.
The double tap.
like Donovan made all of his like on the first or second try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Larry Nance, I think it took him a few tries to get the one for the tribute to his dad.
Yeah.
The double tap, I think he got it on the first try. I don't know. But
He did.
like I don't know. I like especially with the other people and like Dennis Smith Jr. I mean, he didn't get that 361 until like the second or third try.
That was nasty. Though.
I mean, yeah.
I mean that
Hard dunk.
That was a nasty.
But I think it
dunk.
honestly like it means something if you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gives it away.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's all about the
it's
surprise.
less impressive if you don't get it on the first try.
Yeah, I agree.
Because then it's like, oh well, can they really do it? You know.
I think overall the dunk contest was, I would say, disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was pretty good.
I don't think anything will ever be as good as the 2016-17 dunk contest with.
The Zach LaVine.
Yeah,
and
that
Aaron
was
Gordon.
outrageous when he
Yeah.
went over the mannequin and like under it. I mean, that dunk contest. I don't think there's not many things that could touch that dunk contest. That dunk contest
That one was really good.
I mean, it was
It was
amazing.
creative too. It was creative
And
too,
I think
they nailed them.
people expect it to every year be like that, and that
it's not gonna be
and
like
I
that.
fall into this trap. I'm not. I just said it's disappointing because I expect it to be like that, and it's never. I just don't think it's like that's a once in a lifetime
Yeah,
dunk
well,
contest.
okay, I mean-
you know what I mean. Once in a decade.
It was a pretty damn good dunk contest. That's. I mean, it's just a dunk contest. It's
True.
just an All Star weekend.
True.
Whatever. Now I want to talk about the All Star game. You
I didn't watch
any
any of it.
Why? Did you watch any of it?
Nope.
Are you fucking serious? I watched the whole thing and it was ignorant. It was great.
Like predicted, I thought Steph's team. I said Steph's team was better. All right, this is what happened.
Like
I
predicted.
I was following it right. I predicted Steph's team to win. They didn't win.
They didn't win.
However, they were leading the entire game, and LeBron had to come back to make it interesting. It was scripted.
It was interesting.
However,
You
we
didn't watch
Scripted.
it. I
It was
watched the whole
scripted.
thing.
It was scripted.
However, we all know Team Steph's team should have won. They were leading the entire game.
But they didn't. That's why it's interesting, and that's why it was fun to watch.
It's
Maybe
because
they should've-
LeBron's on the other team, and
Okay. I didn't watch it, but you didn't watch it either, so you can't say that shit. You have no
I
idea.
followed it.
I watched the whole damn
Oh,
thing.
I
though.
followed it.
I
I saw all the
followed it.
videos on Instagram. Bleacher
No,
Report
I followed the
posted.
score
No,
as
he
they
was
were
just
playing.
on the ESPN app the whole
Yeah.
time. Just that doesn't mean shit. I watched it with my eyes. I
Yeah.
saw them play.
Yeah, how
He
was it?
synced
It was fun. I been synced that bitch. It was fun. It was interesting. Because I was like, I'd watched a few All-Star games before. I think I watched last year's. It was just like boring. It was just like
I'm telling you, it's the
dunking
cash
whole
prize.
time. They were just dunking the whole time. No, it wasn't. It wasn't the cash prize. It was just like they just like honestly I think
charity.
the fact that like people like Russ, Kyrie, and LeBron were on the same team. It's like they wanted to see if they could win it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Going against a team like Steph's, and also with Kevin Durant, I left him off.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was dope, and I liked how they had like players from different conferences and stuff like that. I've heard that like a bunch of people didn't like that. What do you think?
I like the whole starters. I mean, we've talked about this before.
I mean,
on
the starters. So
podcast.
what? That doesn't mean shit.
No. I'm talking about like the
The draft.
The draft, the way they did it. They had two team captains and they picked. They
And I
picked their
definitely think they
starters
should
and stuff.
televise the draft next time. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I mean, it's a little 30-minute segment. I mean, on ESPN.
Yeah, yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole weekend of it. I thought it was exciting.
Yeah.
I said we should move on though.
Olympics.
Yeah, let's talk about the Olympics. So
How much you hate them.
no, wait,
How amateur they are.
Wait.
Because they are.
I don't
amateur.
hate them. I don't hate them. I said they weren't.
That's what
Said
you
it
said.
didn't like it. Said it wasn't good last time.
Just talking about what you said.
There's a couple moments that are okay. Agree with me then,
You
Hunter.
watch the Olympics every night. You said that yourself.
Watch it. Ask. Okay, look at it this way, Hunter. Other than a couple moments, was it?
Grasping
It was
the phone,
exciting.
dude.
Do you think the Olympics were exciting other than 3 moments?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I mean,
Yes.
they're entertaining. They're not supposed to be fucking like, oh, holy shit, like the whole time.
If it's the best athletes in the
Listen,
world,
if
how is it not like that every single time? The All-Star game, you loved it. It's the best athletes in the world. It was entertaining the entire time. You said it yourself. You loved it.
Yeah.
It was a great time. It was
You love the
entertaining.
Olympics. 'cause you watch it every single
That's
night.
one event. These are multiple
But if
events
it's
over
the best
course
of the
2
best, it
weeks.
should be riveting. I mean, if it's the best of the best,
You think curling's fucking riveting ever?
we won the gold.
Yeah.
That was
Do
pretty
you think
cool,
it was
actually.
a riveting finish? No. Hell no. It's curling. It's not basketball. It's not football.
Anyway, I think there are a couple.
The ones that came down to the end. I mean, you can say that about any sport, anything. You know what I mean? It's like close finishes in a game. Those are the most exciting.
I just think
Sometimes there aren't close
the
finishes.
the
Like,
expectation's different.
If the Eagles blew out the Cowboys, right? Okay. If the Eagles blew out,
I'm telling you,
fucking,
it's-
like, I don't know, the Patriots. Fuck, like the Eagles are a terrible example because you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it was amazing, but like, that's entertaining. It's not necessarily that exciting. I mean, okay, I guess if they're blowing them out, it means exciting shit is happening because they're just scoring all the time.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. I think there are a couple exciting.
You're just saying that because you know you're wrong.
No.
You watch the Olympics every night.
Yeah, and every night it was not exciting. It was boring.
why'd you watch it
I
then?
stopped watching halfway through most of the nights, and I just would go to sleep because Because nothing else is on TV. Sports are over. There's nothing on sports right now other than college basketball that's
You
in the
fucking
toilet.
love college basketball.
In the fucking toilet.
Just because Louisville's out doesn't mean
We're not out actually.
know,
We did a good
Okay,
game. the other day.
okay. Sean White, Chloe Kim. What'd you think?
I thought they were awesome. I think the Sean White thing was probably one of the best moments in the entire Olympics. I mean, it has to be.
Of course it was.
I mean, Sean White, we all
I don't know. It wasn't that entertaining. It wasn't that exciting.
I said there are a couple exciting moments.
yeah, but this is what we're saying. There are Olympics. There are multiple events over the course of 2 weeks. Cross country skiing and curling aren't going to have riveting events, so you can't expect them to have riveting
Anthony would
events.
beg to differ. He was-
So the,
Yeah,
the,
whoa.
the Olympics.
Cross country skiing.
You can't
You better
say-
stop right there, my friend. Did you not see we won the gold in women's cross country skiing?
No, I didn't, but I bet you did because you love it. Love
yeah,
watching it
yeah,
so
'cause
much.
You fucking watched it.
Because I was watching it and it got exciting. But most of the time,
That's
it didn't
one
get
event. Here, let's count
exciting.
them. Let's count them. One event that you thought was exciting. Chloe Kim, you probably thought that was exciting.
Yeah, I thought
too.
that was exciting. I thought Sean White was. I thought Diggins was exciting, and
What about Red Gerard?
that was all right.
Was he the French dude?
No,
No,
he's
he
the
was the
American, like the
17-year-old that
very
won
first
the-
day of the Olympics.
Slope style.
Yeah, and that was exciting. Fine.
So 5.
Count. That was 4, by the way.
That was 5.
It's 4.
It was 4.
Chloe Kim,
Chloe
Sean
Kim,
White,
Sean White,
Diggins,
cross country,
and Gerard.
Diggins and Red
Diggins
Gerard.
is cross country.
Yeah.
Oh, Diggins is cross country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't even. I can't even feel a hand of the exciting moments over a 2-week span.
What about the women winning gold in
Hmm.
women's hockey?
It's
my
That's
expectation?
exciting. You didn't watch it. Curling, that's exciting for the U.S. That's 6 events.
I mean, if you were watching it basically every night, all right, just because you didn't watch it literally
Just
every
out of
night,
just entertainment.
doesn't mean that it is entertaining.
It's entertaining. My
Not all
original
entertainment
argument.
is exciting.
My original argument was that it was never where it's not where it used to be.
You still have that argument?
Yes, I do still have that argument. I mean, just look at Sean White couldn't even sell out the place, the half pipe he was performing at, and he was probably the biggest event there. They showed an aerial
This is
view.
in South Korea.
Everybody, like,
I'm just all I'm saying that I think it's different for the Winter Olympics than the Summer Olympics.
Duh.
Which we're 6th place in the medal count right now, 5th or 6th. I mean, not even
right now it's over. So
Oh yeah,
finished in
yeah.
5th or 6th.
Finished 5th or 6th, and I don't know. I just feel like come Summer Olympics when our expectations are different and we are expected to do better. I think it'll be a different outlook. However, now since we were never even expected, I mean, the projections didn't even have us doing shit, and we didn't do shit. So I mean, it's hard to get excited about something like that.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to just cheer for the U.S. though.
Yeah, like my girl from Canada. What was her name?
Casey
Fine.
Sharp.
Yeah, she's fine.
He only liked Casey Sharp because
You're offending all the women that watch this podcast right now.
Why? Because I said a girl's attractive.
You're just being demeaning. You're talking about her attractiveness over her skills.
She won.
As an individual woman.
She won.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Anyway,
You don't got to talk about her beauty like
if
that.
you all didn't see the Diggins,
It's not that. That's
Sorry,
not what it's
I'm
all
sorry.
about.
I complimented you, Miss Sharp. I didn't know it was going to offend you.
if you all didn't see the Diggins cross country thing, basically what was happened, right? It was like a sprint. It was what they call the sprint. It looked hard as shit, and it's
You showed me
teams
the
of
video before this. It was sick.
it was
Have you
teams
seen
of
it?
2.
You haven't seen
I'll
it?
show it to you after this. It's teams of 2, and they race in cross country. It's like a relay. So one person does one round, and they tag the other, and they just go in the same circle, right?
Yeah.
So the final climb, there's a final climb and then final ascension.
Ascension.
And we were in 3rd place. Look up the video. Actually, you have to hear the call. That's the best part. I'll show it to you. And we were in 3rd place, and we were coming around the turn,
We'll put
and
the link in
Diggins.
the bio, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And
Click the link in the bio.
we were in
The
third
link in the
place, and
description.
Diggins was just basically hauling ass. We won it, and it was just, I mean, it was a great moment. And I think the Sean White moment was awesome. I mean, knowing
Sean
that,
White was ignorant. I watched that live. It was like his last Olympics.
yeah, I mean, last Olympics coming off a
Last Winter
year that he
Olympics
didn't do
was-
anything. I mean, just
Off his
Thrilling,
off
yeah.
his injury, like in wherever it was,
Yeah.
Switzerland or I don't know where, New Zealand, some shit.
Sochi.
No, he got fourth in Sochi. I'm talking about
Oh, yeah.
his crash. You
When
know
he
what I'm
busted
talking
his
about.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he busted his face up. And then he he did amazing his first run. Like he
Yeah.
got a 93 or 90 something like
Yeah,
that.
he got in his first one. He got a 94.25.
Yeah.
And then the Ayuma Hirano from Japan hit a 95.25.
Yeah.
And then he screwed up his second run, and it was all come down to the
Yeah.
third run because he was the last
And he-
contender.
and he-
And he throws a 97.75 to win it, and it was, I mean,
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like screaming.
I was losing my mind. I'd like to ask a question now. Who do you think is the most decorated Olympic athlete?
It's Michael Phelps, isn't it?
I'm just
Yeah,
a question.
it's Michael Phelps.
You think overall
I think
Michael
that-
Phelps
that's-
is the?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You think so?
Well,
I mean,
do you
it's all
know?
opinion.
Do you know?
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Decorated
is.
means they have the most medals. That's what
do you
that
think?
means.
Do you think he's the best athlete?
He's the most dominant athlete.
Are you asking this because you have an answer, or are you
No,
just
I'm asking this
for
out of
opinions?
curiosity. Who do you
Well,
all
it's
think?
a fact that Michael Phelps is.
He's the most. You don't know the definition of decorated.
No, he's the most. Okay, fine. Well, no,
Is he the most like legendary or what?
Give me a second.
The
Give me a
greatest.
second.
The greatest athlete.
He's the most decorated, yeah,
Olympic
because he has
athlete,
the
yeah?
most Olympics. But I mean, he has the most medals. However, his sport gives him the opportunity to have more medals. Sean White, yeah, Sean White couldn't. So
he's right.
Okay,
Michael Phelps has a bunch of events.
because they're more of swimming events.
Phelps got 8 golds in 1 Olympics. Sean White couldn't if he tried. He can't.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying.
That's
All right.
fair.
So in that aspect, right? He has relays. He's got a butterfly. He's got a free. He got 8 golds. Sean White sport doesn't even allow him to do that.
Okay.
So looking at it that
What are you
way,
saying? What are you saying?
take the golds away. For who do you think? For what sport of what
Then
they've
it's not
done?
who's the most decorated.
Who's the best?
Your question. You asked a question wrong.
No, who do you think is like
Who's the best Olympic athlete ever?
like of our time that we like have watched and experienced?
Michael Phelps.
You
Still
think it's
Michael
Michael
Phelps.
Phelps?
Michael Phelps.
I mean, the fact that he
He can do all those events
just
and
because he's in
be
all
so
those
dominant.
events doesn't mean he's guaranteed to win gold in all of those events.
Like
I
if
understand.
Sean White tried to do slope style, right? He'd fucking suck probably.
yeah,
But that's like not his. It's so different.
it's
You can say the
I get
same
what you're
thing.
saying. It's like swimming and diving; they're so different. But
Like
but
at the
still,
same
I mean,
time,
Butterfly and
That's what-
freestyle.
like
That's
I can-
different.
You can make it. You can
okay,
make
yeah,
it.
but those are strokes.
You can make an argument that Sean White is like,
It's like
could be
saying-
one of the most. How is he?
I
how
don't think this is a good question.
It's like half pipe. It's like comparing half pipe to the
Yeah, but like
downhill.
still,
That's different.
it's not comparable. I don't think.
do you think overall Michael Phelps
Like
is the
Fortnite
greatest
squads and
Olympic
solo,
athlete?
Shut up, Hunter. I heard that.
They're completely different apparently. Yeah, still Michael Phelps.
Just
I don't know
overall.
anybody who else would it be? I don't know anybody else. I know Michael Phelps.
I mean, Sean White would probably be the only other person that could.
Okay, what about
Looking
like
at-
LeBron in basketball or something?
What about Usain Bolt?
Yeah, Usain Bolt.
Okay, I mean, I don't know.
That's why I'm asking the question. Who do you? It's all opinions. Who do you all think?
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't even think about Usain Bolt.
I still say Michael Phelps.
There's no answer to this. It's not like I'm about to spit off some
Michael
facts.
Phelps like came back and like
So does Sean White.
still did it.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt like didn't do that well though.
So Usain Bolt's
In
last
the
race,
Olympics,
he
he did.
Yeah, in his last race he
he ran for too long. I think he should have ended his career earlier than he did,
No, I don't think that. I think keep going until you can't. But
and that's exactly what he did.
I know,
He kept going until he couldn't.
I know.
I don't know. I feel like he should have ended on a high note.
Let's move on.
That's fine. So yeah, I guess all we got left to talk about is banner.
Well, not just the banner.
You know, everything that ties with it. The whole college basketball.
Let's talk about. All right, let's just talk about the NCAA as a whole. Tell us, give us a rundown of what happened, Anthony. Let's. Yahoo Sports, they dropped they did a report, right,
Yeah.
on the FBI's findings
Yeah.
about, was it how many programs, how many
20 plus.
Yeah, there's 20.
20 plus Division I college basketball programs, and over 20 or 25 or more or so
Players.
Division I players.
Current and previous.
Yeah.
who, in some way,
We're violating NCAA regular rules and
In regards to money
And
and
agents
loans
and- yeah.
agents, yeah.
so we all know U of L got their banner stripped from us
Yeah,
from the
earlier.
whole 2013 national championship thing, strippers, yada yada yada.
I was
Not
so-
strippers, female escorts.
There you go. Sorry, female escorts and funneling
You're s-
of money to
peop-
Brian
people
Bowen.
Think, people think that like the reason Louisville got their banner taken away was because like we paid Brian Bowen.
No, it's the female
because
escort.
it's the-
I know.
it's-
People
yeah.
people didn't understand that.
Yeah.
Like I was looking on like Instagram and shit like that, and like under the comments or whatever,
Yeah.
and people were like, "Why they get it taken away?" And they were like, "Oh, because they paid a player." Like, no.
No,
actually,
it's because-
that still hasn't. We're still yet to
Yeah.
find out what.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
just got Patino fired. You
Yeah.
got your athletic director fired.
Now,
Yeah.
now we figured out earlier this
we
week
hadn't paid a player. Honestly, we would have just lost all that shit. And
we would have lost a
we-
recruit, and
we'd
we'd
be
had
fine.
some recruiting
Patino
bans.
still.
Yeah,
We'd still have Patino.
Anything.
Honestly, we'd still have Brian Bowen if they hadn't figured that out or anything. I mean, chances
anyway.
are it would've-
Earlier this week, about actually 2 days ago, we figured out that Sean Miller, the FBI wiretapped conversation with Sean Miller, and that he's
Who's Sean
paying
Miller?
the Arizona
head
coach, and he was paying. Sorry, thank you for that, Aiden. And he was paying DeAndre Ayton, his 5-star
Shut
recruit,
up, Aiden.
and was probably will be that's one of the top 3 or top 5 recruits coming in. I mean, top 3 or top 5 picks coming in the draft. $100,000, same exact amount of money as that they wanted to give to Brian Bowen at U of L. Now, this past week, Sean Miller sat out against Oregon. However, DeAndre Ayton was able to play. Once they found out on Brian Bowen's case that he was getting funneled $100,000, he was suspended from the NCAA.
University suspended him.
Yeah.
Was that
the
you?
NCAA director told Arizona that it was up to the university.
Yeah.
So Arizona's the one that played him.
So what
on
if they don't do
Saturday.
anything?
They're risking getting in more trouble.
Yeah, honestly,
Playing an
that's what
ineligible
Louisville
player.
did, kind of.
So we suspended him, and that's
Louisville,
And we
Louisville
still got
handled it
fucked.
a little bit better, but they still got screwed because Patino didn't go away quietly, honestly. And
Yeah.
I think that's what the schools and the NCAA needs to figure out. The schools need, if they find out if there's a person on the list, they need to suspend them immediately. That's what San Diego State did, and that's what was the other school?
San Diego State did that?
San Diego State had a player on the list, and they suspended him indefinitely, automatically. So,
It's the smart thing to do.
yeah, and
Arizona's just handling it poorly. I mean, they
well,
haven't
they
even
don't,
fired the
they
coach
can't
yet.
win without what's his name. So,
DeAndre Ayton. I know. I mean,
I know, but when it comes to that, it's literally like. Excuse me a second. I'm a little sick. So. It's literally with like the FBI. How are they not going to like?
Arizona's going to fire Sean Miller. It'll probably be actually the next week. I bet any money that they're going to fire
Yeah.
Sean Miller. DeAndre Ayton's going to be suspended. I doubt DeAndre Ayton plays in the tournament. There's
He'll
no
still get
way
drafted.
DeAndre Ayton plays in the tournament.
He'll
What?
still get drafted.
Yeah, and he'll still get drafted. I bet you they'll have recruiting. They're going to be banned on their recruiting. I mean, without Sean Miller, their recruiting's going to suck anyway.
So here,
Sean Miller is just like Calipari. It's not the name of the
I have a
program.
question.
It's
I
the
have a
person
question.
controlling the program.
I have a question, and I'm wondering if you can like answer this for me. Why exactly is the FBI involved? You know what I mean? Why is it not?
It's like
NCAA?
money laundering.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
illegal.
money laundering through NCAA players.
So the NCAA has hired the FBI to. So
No. It's
The
a
NCAA is the
private
ones that's gonna
investigation.
get in
It's
charge-
the FBI that's doing
in
it.
trouble.
The NCAA is going to get in a shit ton. Why would they
Yeah.
hire them if they were going to
I thought the NCAA
No.
wasn't. Wait, so the NCAA is for all of this?
No. This is an independent investigation by the FBI. Because it's like the same thing as money laundering with like drugs and shit like that. You put money into a player hoping he's going to do well, right? You put money into a top recruit and hoping you're going to get money back,
Like,
right?
And also that he's gonna like join your agency.
Yeah,
And stuff like
when
that.
when
Like,
he becomes
goes
an
pro.
NBA player. It's like getting to them when they're in high school. It's kind of like
But that's-
recruiting.
What happened with
through an
Brian Bowen
agency.
was different, isn't it?
That's because it was Adidas. They were
It was-
trying
Yeah.
to get him to go to U of
Yeah,
L.
they were funneling it through Adidas.
And they wanted
too.
him so like when he went pro, he would sign with Adidas like for a deal. Isn't that
Yeah,
what it
well,
was? Something
kinda.
like that.
Kinda.
I don't really know. I don't even know. It's all pretty complicated.
Brian Bowens
They don't
was
release
honestly
much about-
stupid. Brian
This is-
Bowens was really, really dumb because the way it was honestly his dad's fault too. He just wanted the money, right? Brian Bowen could have went to U of L without all of that. he was interested in them already.
Yeah.
He would have probably gone to the NBA too and gotten money there. But I don't. Signing with Adidas, he could have signed with anybody else.
Yeah.
And still gotten the money.
Where does this leave the NCAA going forward with
Depends
all
on
these
how they
other
handle it.
teams? Do you think they're going to treat these other teams exactly how they treat U of L?
No.
You said before that you do. Me and Anthony, we
They're
both
gonna-
agree.
no,
we think
no,
Louisville got
because-
it.
listen,
Louisville got it
Louisville's-
worse than everybody
because
else
it
is
was
going to get it
something
because we were
completely
first. Quit
different.
looking at the screen, motherfucker.
I'm looking at Aiden.
It was something
I'm
completely
trying to see.
different.
He's in the light now. He was over here a second ago. Now he's in the light.
U of L got all their shit stripped because of a completely different kind of scandal.
No, I know that's not what we're talking. I mean, okay, yeah, you got a good point.
They'll treat U of L the same way in regards to the money going to players.
Yeah,
I think
you're right. You're right. We're getting too caught up on the fact that like
Yeah.
all that shit from the previous scandal is still.
Yeah,
Which-
if Arizona has
which is
female
ridiculous.
escorts, they're
Let
going
me-
to
let
get
me
the
just-
shit stripped.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense because the major reason is because of the female escorts, and
Yeah.
that's
The
why.
fact that we like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mm.
The fact that they took away our wins is just pretty ridiculous. I think. I mean, it doesn't. What do you think? You're an outside. You know, we're both Louisville fans. So what do you?
It's just a message they're trying to show. The wins don't
It's
mean
all-
anything.
yeah.
They already happened. They're over. Y'all already won a national
Everybody
championship,
already
taking the
knows that. I know,
banner
but
down.
That's why I think it's like kind of petty.
It is petty. But what else
that's
can they do?
Yeah, that's exactly the reason. They have
Well,
to be petty.
what
They
else
have
can
to
they
make
do?
an example out of somebody. I think, and then like the whole like Miles Bridges, Kevin Knox. I don't know. I think college basketball, what they should do. I mean, they have to legalize the paying of the players.
I
They have
disagree.
to make it. They have
It'll
to.
it'll
they
ruin
have
the
to.
NCAA.
There's no other option. Aiden.
There is another option.
What's the option?
If you
The only
if
other
FBI
option is
goes through with
accepting
this,
it.
right?
Is accepting that it happened and then just being like,
No,
all right, if
not true.
you can't.
No, the
do it
other
again.
other option is having nobody pay any players, which is never going to happen, and
Listen.
expecting them to still come to
Listen.
your university.
If the NCAA
People are just gonna go straight like to the pros and shit. You know what I
can't.
mean? Like, or like,
You can't. I mean, you can't.
listen, the
why
NCAA
can't you? That doesn't
Oh,
make any
wait, wait.
sense.
the NCAA
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. You have to stay 1 year.
But okay, what if I just don't go to college then?
You have to be enrolled. You have to go to college for 1 year. That's the rule.
Is that the rule that the
The
NBA
NBA
has?
and the NBA is brilliant. The NBA. Why would the NBA change the one and done rule? Everything.
Why would they even have that rule though?
Can I tell you?
Yeah,
This is why.
I just fucking asked a question. Yeah, I want you to tell me the answer.
I'll tell you why. The NBA is brilliant in doing the one and done rule because it gives them 1 year of free, being able to see how they actually
Scouting,
do in
free
tough
scouting.
competition. It's free for them because they can. I mean, fuck. If I was the NBA, I'd make them 3 years. Because then that you could see how, I mean, really how somebody progresses through college.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
I get what
they're
you're saying.
losing nothing because they can put the one and done in, and people still want to go to the NBA.
Okay, so
The-
what
if
about
they,
this,
If they
though?
change it
But
to
what about
3
this?
years, people still wants to go to the NBA.
You can go overseas and play, right?
You can, yeah.
So
nobody does that.
Yeah.
I know.
It's
I think
lower
it's-
competition.
I think people are gonna start doing shit like they're gonna get money.
That's what the
they're gonna
balls
go
are doing.
overseas.
It's exactly
Yeah,
what the balls
I
are
know,
doing.
and I think that's smarter for
Okay,
the
but
players if
listen,
they want to get money.
Listen,
And that could,
And
that's,
it
that
works
could be
just
very
as well
well
for
where
the
it's
NBA.
going. That could be very well where it's going.
That's why I
However,
think- that's why I
dem-
think there's gonna be a league in the U.S. that just does that
and
instead.
I think the demand in the dude,
That's what
the
honestly,
demand
and
for the
honestly, like fucking LeVar Ball's league.
this is what's
That's-
going to happen. And the NBA will sort of forget about them unless they're really, really great, right?
I mean, but I feel like if you're saying that the competition's lower, then they're gonna be pretty fucking good, especially
and the NCAA, and that's what the
and
NBA
especially,
does.
especially
Listen,
in
dude,
like just hold on, especially like considering the fact that this is just now happening. You know what I mean? The spotlight is kind of going to be on those players if they go overseas and stuff like that, because they're going to be like, oh, these were the players that got in trouble for the NCAA thing, and now
But
they're
listen,
doing pretty well across seas.
and they're
Yeah.
going to take into account that the competition is
So people,
lower.
I'm saying like people are still going to be paying attention to.
But they're not going to develop as well as they would in the NCAA. And if they and what if
what if they do? What?
But listen, dude, it's all what ifs. I can't tell you what if they do, what if they don't. But if the NCAA cracks down on them, then we'll still have an NCAA, right? And they need to keep up.
But,
They need to
then I think people are just going to
stop
get.
interrupting me. Listen, listen.
Then I think people hold on. Then I think people are going to get tired that they have to do what the NCAA wants them to do.
That's how it's been forever.
That
What's changed?
yeah, that's how it always been.
People have also been getting paid for a long time too.
That's
You
not
said it-
true.
yes,
That's a new thing. That's a newer
you said
thing.
previous players.
From
like
talking like the
Fab
last
Five-
5 years,
The
dude.
Fab Five was getting shit for to go to Michigan and stuff like
That's
that.
completely different. That was
It's-
only Michigan.
Marcus
And-
Camby was getting paid in 1996, 1998.
I mean, it's been going on for like maybe not as prevalent as it is now, but it's been going on for a while.
I feel like back then it was
because nobody knew about it. The NCAA didn't know about it, right?
I know. Fucking obviously.
And now they know about it, so they gotta do something
and so
about
it's not
it.
going to happen anymore.
Aiden, so what's your
That's why I think they're
resolution?
gonna do some new
What do you
shit.
think's
Well,
gonna happen?
Okay, well, if somebody doesn't interrupt me, I'll tell you.
Let him talk for a second.
If the NCAA cracks down on it, suspends players, suspends coaches that know about it, because the FBI will find out fucking everything, right?
Yeah, I know.
So-
you don't have to tell me.
The NCAA will if they're smart, will work with the FBI and fucking go hard on the players that
Wait.
fucking get paid, right?
Yeah.
And all the players that don't get paid, they're gonna stay in the NCAA, right?
Okay.
The coaches will stay that aren't doing anything wrong.
So the NCAA will basically turn into a mediocre league.
That's not true. The
That's what I
players
think
will
it
just
is.
have to wait longer. It's 1 year, right? It's
Where are
either
they gonna
play
play?
overseas. It's either play overseas
Yeah.
or play for a college and don't get paid.
You think they're
And why wouldn't you go try and get paid?
So you- wait,
or why wouldn't
wait,
somebody
wait,
start
wait.
something in the U.S. where you can get
No,
paid
wait.
and you can still
Give me
play
2
against
seconds.
good
Give me 2 seconds.
competition?
Give me 2 seconds.
That's where it's
Because
gonna
that's
go.
exploiting children.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You can't go in and get
what
paid
the
like
NCAA
that when you're 18
is
years
doing
old.
is exploiting children, making them not be able to get money.
you think
They're getting free college, pretty much. They're getting scholarships.
I know that's.
not
I mean, that's
exploiting
pretty.
them.
Yeah, listen. It's pretty damn good, but they're still missing out on a shit ton of money. All right, they're still
That's
missing
the
out on a
point.
shit
They're
ton
gonna
of
go
money.
to the NBA and make cash, dude.
Aiden,
What?
you're telling me that you want
Why wouldn't they go make
Oh my
money
gosh.
instead of that? Instead of going to
If
college,
they're-
why wouldn't they
if
make
they're
money
smart,
now?
If they're smart,
Okay, but they're not. They're not, obviously, because they fucking got caught getting paid to go to college. They're not smart. They're going to go. That's why I'm saying that's where it's going to go.
Aiden, so you're expecting the NCAA to not pay anybody,
that's what I'm saying. If they're smart,
and you
though.
think that's going to happen? Honestly,
If the NCAA
that's what
smart,
they've
or
been
the
trying to
players-
do now.
Yeah.
and they've
And it didn't
found
work.
loopholes all
And it didn't
around
work.
it, and that's why everybody's getting
And
paid.
now they know about it. They'll fucking fill the loopholes.
and how do you expect them to do that?
If they fucking have to work with the FBI. That's what I've been saying. Y'all aren't
They're
listening.
the ones getting in trouble with the FBI, too.
Okay. When you get in trouble, right? When you get in trouble,
You get what I'm
when you
saying.
get in trouble
Right.
for something that you're not aware
Yeah,
of,
I know.
right?
You have to work. You have to work.
You have to work with them. So that's what they have to do.
So how do going forward? How do they stop this going forward? Is there going to be
Working with the
regular
FBI.
checks, regular
Yeah, exactly. You gotta check every university before the season starts.
every year?
Every year.
All right, there you have it.
That's so much work. People are going to be like, no,
The
fuck
NCAA
this.
already has a bunch of work they have to do.
Exactly.
If
So they're not going to try and do twice as much.
If they
Okay,
still want to have,
okay.
They're going to try
Okay,
and it's going to
okay,
fail
okay.
because people are going to be like,
If
no,
they-
fuck this.
We will continue this conversation off camera. Thank you all so much
Why?
for
People want to hear it. People want to hear this.
No, we've
conversation.
gone way too long on this. It's just going in circles at this point. Thank you all so much for watching our podcast. Again, we are on the podcast app. If you have an iPhone or we are on the podcast app. So just go to that little purple thing
Nice.
and
Good plug, yeah.
Yeah.
SoundCloud as well.
We're also on
Android,
SoundCloud. Our name is
Google
After the
Pixel.
Game. After the Game, and then just subscribe to us would be
Samsung.
great. Thank you all so much, and peace out.